find out who we play, and of course we knew we were going to get a great team. Didn't matter what the draw was. And Tennessee is very physical. I mean, they obviously had a great year. I mean, an unbelievable year, and they were great in the SEC. Incredibly physical on both ends. One of the best defensive teams in the country, but even offensively, they're very efficient, very physical.
You said last night that you don't want to go if you're going to lose that first game, and it's tough if you do. How do you send that message to your team without putting too much pressure on them?
We already have. I mean, we've had 4 or 5 days to digest this, and so we've already done that. There wasn't any talk about it today. I think the players have a pretty good mindset, are very businesslike. There's just a lot of stuff that goes around that's a little bit out of the ordinary, all of the media, and some of the travel and some of these things that we'll do will be different. And so I'm doing everything I can do in terms of when we get together to make everything normal.
When you get to play that first game, one of the very first, you've had enough time off now where you guys are probably itching to play. It probably wasn't a bad time.
Yeah, you get to a point where 7, 8 days without a game, it becomes the practices. Everybody's tired of practicing this time of year, and so we try to keep it short, try to keep it quick, and we were able to practice on some things that we do since we didn't know who we were playing, and now we're able to focus on Tennessee.
What is your main focus on Tennessee? Look at that team. What jumps out at you? A few things.
The most important thing I think will be the physicality. Their size, their athleticism. And we just haven't seen it very often. In terms of the teams that we play, and so how we respond to that, how ready we are for that, I think is going to be important. And then I think just being on the national stage and being able to be relaxed and play like we would normally play, I think is going to be important for our players. And see that all that stuff's easy to talk about. It's very easy to talk about. It's very difficult to do.
What has Grant meant to this team and this program? Obviously, only being here for 2 years, but from your perspective.
Well, and I've said this before. When it's hard to know until you don't have him around. So when he missed the first 6 weeks of practice, we were able to get a sense of it. But then when he came back, then I was really able to get a sense of it because of the level he plays. And so, he just makes everybody else play harder. He takes that level up. I've said this before. He's probably the only player I've ever had to ask to quit diving on the floor, just so that we can keep him healthy. He just has a tremendous heart and fight, and he puts the time in. He puts in as much time as anybody I've ever coached.
He obviously loves this university.